I want to see Star Trek Beyond's Jaylah on Strange New Worlds. I want to see Star Trek Beyond's Jaylah, Sophia Boutella, in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. In Star Trek Beyond, the third of J.J. Abrams' Kelvin timeline Star Trek movies, Montgomery Scott, Simon Pegg, encounters Jaylah, a scavenger stranded on the planet Ultimate, who is living in the downed husk of the USS Franklin. Jaylah defends Scotty and the rest of the stranded Enterprise crew members from Ultimate's other scavengers, and she ultimately helps relaunch the Franklin and defeat Star Trek Beyond's villain, Krall, Idris Elba. From there, it's implied that Jaylah joins Starfleet and becomes part of the USS Enterprise crew. Canon-adjacent material like IDW's alternate reality Star Trek Boldly Go comic series has Jaylah as a Starfleet Academy cadet. Jaylah also appears in Star Trek Fleet Command, where she is assimilated by the Borg before being liberated in-game. None of these supplemental Star Trek stories are official canon, however, leaving the doors wide open for Jaylah's official future in the Star Trek franchise. With Star Trek 4 in production limbo, the best way to see more Jaylah on screen might actually be in the Prime universe. Fortunately, there's one ongoing Star Trek show that can make that happen. I want to see Star Trek Beyond's Jaylah on Strange New Worlds. I want to see Jaylah in Star Trek Strange New Worlds because we never really got to see what happened to Jaylah after Star Trek Beyond, and Jaylah was too cool of a character to waste. Sophia Boutella probably would have joined the cast of Star Trek 4 and become an interesting asset to the USS Enterprise crew. But as the years pass, Star Trek 4 actually happening looks less and less likely. Star Trek Strange New Worlds is not only the last remaining Star Trek show set in the 23rd century, but Strange New Worlds is also willing to take risks in pursuit of a good story. Jaylah could join the Prime timeline without having to remake Star Trek Beyond. Because of the differences in the two Star Trek timelines, Jaylah could meet the Prime timeline Enterprise crew earlier than she did in the Kelvin timeline. Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, in Strange New Worlds could meet Jaylah at any time, whether Jaylah has been stranded on Ultimate or another planet with a crashed Federation ship. As a character, Jaylah is fiercely independent but curious about the Federation from living in the USS Franklin and willing to work with the Enterprise crew to achieve a common goal. As long as those traits are there, the details of Jaylah's past can change. To tell more of Jaylah's story, she could stay on the USS Enterprise as an ancillary crew member with unique knowledge and skills, instead of enrolling at Starfleet Academy. Non-Starfleet characters have been a boon to Star Trek shows in the past, with different approaches to problems and different cultural values. Civilian characters like Cleveland Booker, David Ajala in Star Trek Discovery, or Gwendolyn Ella Pernell in Star Trek Prodigy have circumvented direct orders to accomplish the crew's goals without breaking rules. Pike isn't much of a rule breaker, but Jaylah could be this for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Jaylah was a fun character with a multifaceted nature that would fit right in on Strange New Worlds. I'd expect Jaylah to bring the same levity to Strange New Worlds that she did to Star Trek Beyond, while still being a formidable force to reckon with. From Jaylah's humorous first meeting with Scott to Jaylah's vengeful showdown with Krall, Jaylah already navigates different tones as easily as Strange New Worlds does. Whether Sophia Boutella returns or Jaylah is recast, I think Star Trek Strange New Worlds is a great place to see Jaylah's story play out after Star Trek Beyond.